Now, here's the issue when people start with veganism, transition to veganism, while also being active. Hello everyone and welcome to another amazing video. Today we're going to be covering how to work out as a vegan. Now, if you clicked on this video, it's probably because you're new to veganism, you're looking to transition, or maybe you've been vegan for a bit and you're not too sure how to combine your nutrition with your training in order to reach your goal. So I'm going to make it really simple for you. Nothing really changes in terms of the amounts that you need to eat and the numbers that you need to hit. The only thing that's going to change is your food choices. Right? So just say, for example, you have a goal of either lean bulking, maintaining, or losing some weight. That's going to depend on the amount of calories that you need to eat per day. Again, that number could be a wide range. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, your age, your height, and all of that. So what I did is I created a free Fit Vegan meal plan builder that I've linked down below in the description. You guys can just go and download that. It's absolutely free. It'll help you determine how many calories you need to eat per day in order to reach your goal, and how to structure your macronutrient split, and how to structure your meal plan. What types of food you need to have for breakfast, for pre-workout, post-workout, for snacks, and for dinner in order to optimize your transformation. Again, absolutely free. It'll be the first thing down in the description, right? So now just say you have your amount of calories that you need to eat per day. Let's just say 2,000, and you identify the amount of protein that you need to eat per day in order to build and retain as much lean muscle mass as possible. So that number is going to be between 1.2 to 2 grams per kg of body weight. So just grab your weight right now, whether you're in pounds or in kgs, depending on where you're at in the world, and times those numbers, going to give you how much protein you're supposed to be eating per day in order to reach your goal in accordance with the numbers of calories as well. Now, here's the issue when people start with veganism, transition to veganism, while also being active, is because we're going to be focusing on eating whole food, plant-based, it's a lot more satiating to eat this way, right? Because there's more fiber, there's more vitamins, there's more nutrients. So your vitamin and nutrient receptors in your gut are like, wow, we're full, it's a lot of nutrients, you can stop eating, and the fiber is going to make you feel fuller. But the issue is, because plant-based foods are really rich in nutrients and fiber, they're also really low in calories. At the end of the day, your calories matter tremendously. You need to have enough energy coming in to sustain your active lifestyle. So if you feel fuller on less, you feel like you're eating a lot, but you're actually not getting a lot of calories. That's why I highly recommend that people track their food in their first transition, just to give them an idea of how much you're actually supposed to be eating per day. Especially if you're a physically active person, you need enough energy in order to sustain that and to continue progressing towards your goal. So you can use tools like MyFitnessPal or Chronometer, which I'll put images right here, the two tracking apps that I personally like to use. I'm personally more on the MyFitnessPal side because I've been using it for years. But track your food just to make sure that you're eating enough. Like, that's generally going to be the issue if you're focusing on eating a whole food plant-based diet, is making sure that you're eating enough. If you're eating a lot of vegan junk food, then it will be really easy to go over your calories. So that's why I recommend that you keep that to a 80-20 split. So 20% can be a little bit more processed food, but at least 80% needs to be focused on whole food, plant-based eating. So this is how you combine your nutrition in order to sustain your workout. There just needs to be enough energy coming in. So track your food to make sure that you're eating enough. If you have an issue eating all the amount of calories that you need to eat per day in order to reach your goal, what you need to focus on is on cooked foods, nutrient-dense foods. You can go for nuts and seeds, nut butters, go for sweet potatoes, quinoa, oatmeal. All these things are a little bit denser in calories, dates, bananas. And if you're on the other side where you're trying to lose weight, you want to focus on low-calorie foods, go for vegetables, go for fruits like strawberries, berries, blueberries, dark leafy greens, go for rice would still be on the high calorie side, but you understand what I mean. You have both choices. So if your goal is to get a lot of calories in, then you can go for a little bit more cooked food. You can go for a little bit more raw foods if you need to keep things a little bit lower in calorie. Right now, being in Tulum, Mexico, being at the end of a cut, this is what I'm focusing on, a little bit more raw foods, because they are lower in calorie and higher in volume. It allows me to feel satiated, right? So if you're right in the middle, do a combination of the both of them. But the only thing that is different is your food choices. You still need to hit your same amount of calories. You still need to hit the same amount of protein. Most people that eat meat eat way too much protein. So the number I gave you of the 1.2 to 2 grams per kg of body weight is the only number you need to hit. depending on your goal. If you're not too sure how to structure that, again, I've linked everything in the guide down below. It's absolutely free for you to download and create your own meal plan from there. So now that we have your calories determined, we have your protein determined, now you need to hit those numbers. So use MyFitnessPal chronometer to track those. The one you might have a little bit of an issue with is hitting your protein. And that is because the majority of whole food plant-based sources that have protein in them also have carbohydrates. So you can think of beans, lentils, chickpea, and other items like that. So what you want to do is you have to be smart about your food choices to allow you to hit your protein goal within your calorie requirements, right? So if you're a little bit lower in your calorie because you're cutting, but you still have to hit that higher amount of protein, then edamame, tofu, tempeh, unsweet soy milk might be good food choices in order to help you hit that protein goal. But if you're maintaining, if you're lean bulking, then you can go for a little bit more beans, lentils, and chickpeas because you have the room to have more calories to kind of use those carbohydrates. But even if you're low in calories, use chickpea, beans, and lentils because that have tremendous benefits for your gut health, right? So depending on how much calorie you have for the goal that you're trying to accomplish, you might have to tweak your food choices in order to hit your protein requirement, but it's 100% possible. Currently, I'm at 2,200 calories. I'm 20-ish weeks into the cut, and I'm hitting 155 grams of protein per day, and I have absolutely no issues hitting those numbers per day, right? You can decide to do it with protein powder or without protein powder. It wouldn't make a difference. It's easy to hit both. You don't need fake meat or anything like that. Yes, from time to time, it's nice when you're going out for lunch with some friends and sometimes you want to make yourself some burgers for dinner because you want to have like a Beyond Meat burger. It's totally fine. But on a day-to-day basis, you want to focus on whole food choices. You'll be able to hit your protein with those numbers. It might mean that you have to put a little bit less rice in your bowl so that you can have a little bit more chickpea to allow you to hit your protein goal. And you're going to have some carbohydrates from the chickpea that you're going to transfer over. This is why you can have a little bit less rice. Right? So you have to be careful with your food choices. But again, if you need an idea of how to structure all of that, I've linked everything in the guide down below that I created for you guys to help make this whole process easier. So I know I talked a lot about hitting numbers and food choices, but that's literally how simple it is. You can keep working out and then hit your numbers with whole food plant-based option, hit your calories, hit your protein, and you'll keep progressing. You'll even get better results because you're eating a whole food plant-based lifestyle. There's more vitamins, more nutrients, more antioxidants, anti-inflammatory diet, sorry about that. It's alkalizing for the body, which is going to allow your body to recover even faster. So even by hitting those same numbers with and without animal protein, you're going to be faster progress because you're going to be recovering that much faster. You don't grow when you're in the gym, you grow when you're recovering, and the foods that you're going to be eating as a whole food plant-based athlete is going to allow you to recover even faster, therefore is going to allow you to make even more progress. You see how it's a no-brainer to just focus on eating a whole food plant-based diet? You don't need to eat animal protein, which is going to cause inflammation, mucus in your body, joint pain, it's got really high in cholesterol. Animals have to die for you to be able to eat protein. You can eat chickpea. No one died to make you that chickpea bowl, okay? So this is what I want to say. It's very simple to work out and be vegan. Just hit the same number, and your food choice is going to have to be a little bit different depending on your caloric need. But at the end of the day, it is pretty straightforward. There's no crazy science behind it. Just hit your numbers, make good food choices, focus on whole food, plant-based. Use that guide down below. It's going to allow you to build your own meal plan and structure everything properly to optimize your training and your recovery, and then you're all good to go. So guys, if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments section below. I always love to hear your feedback as to what kind of video you guys would like to see and what information would be useful to you in your transformation of you becoming a fit vegan. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, click on the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video, but one comes out every single Tuesday and Saturday. Guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday. Ciao.